The state of the job market in America is really worrisome right now. Like you're gonna see in this video, so many people are graduating college, sometimes with Ivy League degrees, spending tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars already on their degrees, and only to find out that after they graduate, it isn't as easy or simple as they were told by their parents or by their teachers, that all they needed was a good college GPA and a degree and they should be able to find a job. No, nowadays, companies want people with experience that they can put into the job right away, which brings a dilemma. It's like a lot of these people are trying to get started, and how are they going to get started if you don't give them a job in the first place, and they can't get that experience to, get into the job to basically achieve what these companies want. So it creates this self-feedback loop or people just struggling, absolutely struggling to find a job, and it's making people really, really angry. Keep watching the video.
I applied to a job through LinkedIn. They sent me an email back, like, we took a look at your application, we've decided to move on to other candidates, blah, blah, blah. But then under that, it says, in bold, if you have anyone you'd like to refer to this job, please refer them, and we'll compensate you. Like, no, I refer myself. Like, what?
I got laid off a few weeks ago, so this is an unemployed day in my life. My partner just told me that he got laid off too. When it rains, it pours. Anyways, I was on my way to the ortho when I got the bad news. I was getting my behind-the-teeth braces adjusted. If anyone's curious, I can definitely make an update. Done with the ortho. Since we found out Wes got laid off too, we both had a free afternoon, so we went to go get coffee. This is one of our favorite Italian sandwich spots. After lunch, we went home to clean up because our landlord was coming over to check out a mouse problem that we've been having. After he ripped out our dishwasher with his switchblade, because he's an Italian mob boss, we discovered a hole behind our dishwasher, so we plugged that up. And hopefully they don't come back, because mice in a double unemployed household is bad for morale. Afterwards, we went to the gym to climb a bit. Luckily, we paid for a year membership already with a discount. Otherwise, we probably would have canceled it to save money. But exercise and climbing bring us both a lot of joy, so maybe we would keep it. This was my last full day in New York before going to Paris, so Wesley booked us a reservation at one of our favorite restaurants. We're both big burger people, and Cozy Royale just does a good burger. We treated ourselves to a sticky toffee pudding for dessert to make up for kind of a bad day, but I'm so glad that we have each other.
So I randomly just got laid off, like out of nowhere. I was killing it and they told me that. I just signed a lease to move closer to work the day before. This company made you care so much. I was so emotionally invested that like it feels like a heartbreak. The most similar feeling I felt like before is like getting cheated on, because it's so out of nowhere and it's so abrupt. It just fucking hurts. My whole life was that job, my entire life, and it was just taken from me. I know that your job shouldn't be your life, and that's a big lesson I'm learning, but like, fuck, how do I like get over this feeling of like betrayal and heartbreak?
You are in the job search right now, and at any point this week or weekend, you have said, what am I doing wrong? It has never been this hard to get a job. Here is one thing as a COO and hiring manager that a lot of people are getting wrong that nobody is telling you, that you may not even realize you're doing. Hi, my name is Beverly Dines. I'm a chief operating officer who's been scaling operations for over a decade and over 10 industries. Not only have I been unemployed myself, I have literally interviewed thousands of people and have seen many in application. And the one thing I consistently see people in this market getting wrong, and I mean consistently, is that you assume you're the problem. And there's actually a documented psychological reason why this is happening to you. It is called attribution error, specifically self-attribution bias. It is a well-researched phenomenon in organizational psychology that states, when we experience repeated failure and we cannot see the external system that is causing it, our brains default to blaming ourselves. We personalize what is actually structural. So you have been tweaking your resume, rewriting your cover letter and your resume 1,000 different times, practicing your answers, maybe doing mock interviews with family and friends, saving every freaking career advice video that you can find, even getting interviews and making it all the way up to 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. And every time you get rejected, every time they tell you they've gone with a more qualified candidate that you know is BS, every time you've checked your bank account and seen your savings dwindle, you decide that it must be you. Because this bias works on things that you cannot see, let me make the invisible visible to you. Here's what I know as a hiring manager who has done this in over 10 industries. They called you into that room because you are a qualified and incredible candidate. Take a look at that resume that you've been revamping 1,000 times. You did that. That's your expertise, your leadership, your experience. It wouldn't be on there if you hadn't done it. Take a look at your certifications, your education, even your presentations and articles you've done. Reread those and relook at those. They wouldn't be there if you hadn't completed them. You did that. That's the reality. In this market, I need to make it really clear. Every time you face a rejection, I need you to tell yourself this. If a company cannot see my value clearly, that is not a reflection of my worth. That is a reflection of their fit to me, which means that better is on its way to me because I deserve nothing less than the best opportunity aligned to me. Repeat that to yourself every time you think to say, what is wrong with me? Because according to that resume, that LinkedIn, those certifications, that education, that expertise, those years of experience, all the data about this hiring market is telling me that there are a hell of a lot of companies that fumbled you.
This is me finding out I'm laid off via email. Yeah, that's what I woke up to today. I'm honestly still in shock. Gonna process it, take some time. So if I'm not doing my usual stuff, that's why. But this is the 4th time in 2 years that this has happened. And there's only so much people can actually take. And the worst part is I was told I was going to be okay. Surprise, I'm not. So yeah, I have to sort some things out. And when is this madness honestly going to stop? And I know it's not personal, but companies need to remember that employees are people. We're human beings. We aren't numbers. We aren't IDs. We aren't salaries. We're human beings. And being told one thing and waking up to an email saying another is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. And I don't know. Do I change industries? Do I use this as an opportunity to, I don't know, move to Portugal on a retirement visa? I don't know. And it's not about the salary. It's about doing something. It's about working. I don't like being idle, and I don't like not being useful. And that, to me, is the worst part of it. And I know I'm very fortunate to be in a position to be able to say that, but I find purpose in being useful. And now I'm not again.
I got laid off from my job at LTK almost a week ago, last Tuesday. The day that I got laid off, I woke up with the flu. So I've been out of it in many ways for almost a week now. Some of you guys may follow me from my time working at LTK. A few years ago, I was posting a lot of in-office days and stuff like that. I had been at LTK for about 3.5 years. This fall, it would have been my 4th year at LTK, which is so crazy. So it feels really, really wild to be back, applying for jobs, interviewing for jobs. When I started at LTK, I really thought that that was going to be my end all be all. But I am a firm believer that God does not do anything by accident, of course. So if there's a reason for me getting laid off, then it's just a time thing. Time will tell. So I feel really honestly at peace about it. I'm honestly really excited for my next steps and what's to come. So with that being said, I also wanted to make this video because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that I've made connections with. I've built my platform on TikTok, and I'm kind of just putting this video out there to see if anyone will have opportunities maybe at their jobs or know of someone. I have worked in the marketing campaign space for over 6 years. I feel like I have a really solid resume, and I'm really proud of all of my experience and what I've learned since graduating college and working full time. So for my next role, my new kind of dream job, if you will, is to work for a brand or work at a brand in-house and be on their influencer marketing team. If you guys know anyone, if you know any brands that are operating with those roles, would love to know. Also, with me doing TikTok and like influencing, if you will, very much open to like brand collaborations, partnerships, things like that on like my personal side of things in this, you know, in between while I find a new job. I wanted to give you guys an update, but also just wanted to put myself out there, and I would be happy to send anyone my resume or what I've done for work in the past. I've never been laid off before, so this is just like something new that I will be navigating. If you've been laid off, send me your tips and tricks. I guess fortunately and unfortunately, there's a group of girls at LTK who I love. They are dear friends of mine, I consider, and we're all in the same boat together. So really helped get me through this last week and, you know, what's to come. I feel like this video has made no sense. I don't think my brain's working yet from getting over the flu. So keep me in mind for anything that you guys see. Love ya. Bye.
Oh no, don't tell me that. I'm gonna lose hope. I'm a 22-year-old full-time college student in my last year, can't find a job. Guessing I'm not the only one who's in that position. And does it suck? Yes. But am I gonna complain about it? No. See, I'm very aware that in the economy that we're living in and various technological advances, that this is just the situation we gotta deal with. I personally know a lot of people from all ages that are moving to other routes like freelancing, self-employment, things of that nature. The part that I find very interesting, though, is that you grow up in this world where you're told from everybody that you got to do good in school, go to a good college, get your degree, and then everything after that is basically just going to be the same old story that your parents had and various other things like that. And I think that nowadays that couldn't be further from what's actually happening for a lot of people, including myself. I did get kind of lucky in my situation. I was able to work some temporary jobs and I was making some money on the site. It's called payday.social, where you just get paid to like post videos on social media. So that was pretty cool. If it wasn't for that this summer, I literally would have been screwed, I'm telling you. So I made a few $1,000s through that, which was awesome. But I mean, obviously longer term, looking at the entirety of the situation, it's stressful. It is very stressful. Just gotta keep your head up though, and you know, continue applying for stuff. Obviously look to like your network and stuff. Just bang out messages on LinkedIn. I keep getting comments about that on my videos. And all this to say that I don't think that it's impossible as a kid coming out of college to get a job in a related field at your degree. I just think that it's considerably more difficult than it was maybe 20 years ago. But that's not going to stop me from trying, though. If you have any tips related to, you know, how you guys got through it or anything that you know that maybe I don't know, let me know in the comments. Greatly appreciated.
I'm not going to lie. I've applied to over 1,000 jobs, 1,300 jobs. We are literally in a recession. It's gotten to the point where it's so bad. My sister showed me this app where all you do is upload your resume, shows you jobs, and then when you swipe right, AI applies on the company website for you.
I cannot find a post-grad job for the life of me. I just want to fuck around and get my master's. I just might go to graduate school. I was confused why everyone was doing that, and now I'm like, yeah, that makes so much sense. What topic? I don't care. I don't care. Just give me more time. I just might have to go to graduate school. That's my solution now.
So can anyone tell me why on earth I applied to 100 jobs in the last 2 weeks and heard back from none? I literally knew the job market was bad, but I didn't think as a business major and a USC graduate, it would be this hard. It doesn't help that the gas in my city literally shot up $6 a gallon. Like, what the heck? Like, this economy and job market got me asking my mom to send me $50 a week and has me filing lawsuits on claimmoney.com to get checks. Literally so down bad because I got a $100 check from Apple using that website and it went straight to my gas. But yeah, I just wanted to rant because what the heck is going on?
So today is my last day of work. I just got laid off last week. Our company got bought out and then they just did a massive layoff and they got rid of my position. So no more work from home videos. How do you navigate this? This is just very weird. Luckily I get a severance package for 3 months, so I'm not super rushed to find a job, but this is pretty stressful, man. Like, they were just like, boom, your job is done, your last day is in a few days. I'm just like, this is so weird. I don't know, I feel like it hasn't really hit me yet since I still have to work today, but have any of you guys been laid off? How long did it take you to find a job? Are you stressed? Are you okay? I don't even know how to feel. It's just so weird.
So my husband's old boss just sent him a text message to let him know that Oracle just laid off 20,000 employees. 20,000 employees. It's getting worse. And now there's going to be 20,000 new additional people looking for a software engineering job in a field where there seems to be no more jobs left. 20,000 people are now going to be fighting it out to try and get a job in a field where AI is basically taking over. This is scary. So my husband still doesn't have a job. He has been trying to find jobs, has had plenty of interviews, has done plenty of tests, immediately gets a rejection letter shortly after doing whatever tech stack he has to do. But now there's 20,000 more people looking for a job. Oracle just let go of 20,000 people. That's fucking insane.
Why don't you print out your resume and go drop it off there? I mean, everybody was hired when I graduated college. Like, why don't you have a job? Maybe you should have been a journalism major. Have you tried applying? Why don't you try calling? You're just going out way too much. Why would they not want someone with a degree? Are you actually trying?
What are all the unemployed girls doing? What are y'all doing? What do y'all do every day? As somebody that's currently unemployed, what are y'all doing? Unemployed again, what are y'all doing?
After watching this video, it's really sad the state of the job market and economy as a whole that we're in right now. I know if you just look at the headline numbers, look at the official data, everything seems okay. Unemployment rate is low. You know, the economy seems to be growing strong. But if you just look beneath the surface, I mean, youth unemployment, it's pretty high right now, especially among, men who are more usually into tech and finance, and those sectors are absolutely on the decline right now. I mean, you have people like you saw in the video with Ivy League degrees, people with master's degrees who can't even find a job, and they are applying to hundreds of postings over the course of several months in some cases, and yet it is just that competitive right now, and people just don't have any luck. It's absolutely insane the type of situation debacle they're being put in. With bills coming due, people are getting more stressed out and hopeless and more angry than ever. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Thank you.